Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Metamorphosis podcast, the podcast that unleashes your inner butterfly. I have a question. Do you look up to celebrities? We live in a world where there are certain people who shape culture, society, behaviors, and sometimes they can even represent our innermost aspirations. Welcome to the world of celebrities. What is a celebrity? Well, according to the Cambridge English Dictionary, a celebrity is a famous person. But I would prefer to mention the definition of the word from Wikipedia. A celebrity is a condition of fame and broad public recognition of a person or group due to the attention given to them by mass media. The word is also used to refer to famous individuals. A person may attain celebrity status by having great wealth, participation in sports or the entertainment industry, their position as a political figure, or even their connection to another celebrity. Celebrity, quote unquote, usually implies a favorable public image as opposed to the neutrals famous or notable, or the negatives infamous and notorious. So, this is my question. Are celebrities worthy of being role models? Should they be role models? Or should we be influenced by celebrities more cautiously? I want to go way back. When I was around 11 to 13 years old, I was the biggest little monster in high school. Well, if you don't know what a little monster is, a little monster is someone who is a massive Lady Gaga fan, not just someone who's a casual listener. Like I live and breathe Lady Gaga. I mean, I still am. I still think she's iconic, and I will always support whatever she does, even if they don't resonate with me now as I did before. But back then, and also back then, I was also a little bit interested in fashion, and of course, Gaga was notorious for her fashion choices, and because of her, she kind of fueled my creative side. I remember back then I had a silver shoebox. Oh my god, I miss it. I don't know where it went now, but it had full of Gaga inspired accessories. I had a bow made of hair except it was black. I had nude stockings with rhinestones. I even made a disco stick from aluminum foil. She influenced my creative itch that way. The reason we look up to celebrities, whether an actor or actress, musician, a band, etc., even a politician perhaps, is that they provide us with some sort of escape. They represent something in them that we aspire to have. And I mean just something, a certain aspect. It doesn't have to be their entire being. So it could be their talent itself, their style, their beauty, their connection to fans, their values and beliefs, their business savviness. It can be something from something superficial or something deep. These people, whether subconsciously or not, they do have some kind of influence over us, whether positive or negative. Back then, people cared more about whether a celebrity was acting offensively or not, right? Especially back in like 80s, 70s, 60s. But in today's climate, celebrities and politicians are very impactful. Their words are very impactful. People are now looking at ethics, behaviors, political beliefs. And because of this, famous people have become more cautious of how they act. It seems like nowadays just having a good PR team is not enough anymore. It seems now there is a different expectation with celebrities. Like, you can't just be famous for your talent. Like, your beliefs has to align with your supporters. What are the downsides of idolizing celebrities? Actually, idolizing is kind of a big term, but it could also be like celebrity worship, something like that. But for the sake of this podcast, let's just use those big words. Well, in the surface, they are really beautiful, as they should. I mean, if we had the money, we would, you know, investing in our appearance as well. But sometimes their glossiness, can take a blow on our self esteem. No, your waist doesn't have to be small, and you don't have to have big, juicy lips or shiny, bouncy hair. Although having a shiny, bouncy hair would be really nice. Next is materialism. Have you ever seen one of those videos where they have a closet full of designer handbags, shoes, a complete drawer of jewelry? Whew. That is the kind of content that really sparks conversations. Because, in some way, they do deserve it, if they really, really worked hard on it. But at the same time, you're thinking, should they be showing that off? Especially at a time where people are suffering, people are losing jobs, some people are hungry. So, most of the time we're just like, wow, how can somebody like live like that? But then we actively consume this content, whether on TV, social media, especially social media, and we just can't seem to get away with it. With that being said, the next downside is high expectations. Here's the thing: celebrities, at the end of the day, are human beings. Because of the world they live in, they might say or do things that are somewhat disappointing to us. It can be, they also do get influenced by other people, by their peers. And I believe that you can admire a celebrity while still being critical of them. You don't have to agree with everything they do or say. There are some like upsides to looking up to a famous person. So I have been at the pulse of popular culture at a very young age, and I have seen or felt the way celebrity culture impacted me positively. For one, creativity, the most obvious one. If it wasn't into media, film, music, I wouldn't have fallen in love with it in the first place. Famous people allow us to develop and evolve our tastes. It's not because we are copying them, nor do we not have our own identity, but it's nice to have inspirations. Next is communication. I love watching celebrity interviews. I love watching artists passionately discuss their own work, and they're just so articulate about it. And if you want to improve your communication skills, celebrities are good examples to watch. And to add to this, I think another upside to admiring celebrities is learning about their story. It's nice to look at someone who came from a not so well off background or a difficult background, and they made it that far, and they're still so humble about it. Although I really do like Mariah Carey. I don't know much about her upbringing, but I really like the fact that she embraces her diva persona, as she should. What makes someone a good role model? Listen, the idea that celebrities have to be role models, it's kind of a slippery slope, in my opinion, because they have their personalities, attitudes, belief systems, and I hate to say this, but their own brand. It would be hard for one person to please billions and billions of people. At the end of the day, as long as they're being authentic and they practice what they preach, it is then up to us how we want to support or reject those ideals. Consider your own values and see who truly aligns with them. Whose celebrity do you have in mind? Feel free to share that with me through email at the metamorphocast@gmail.com. Sorry, let me just repeat that. The metamorphocast@gmail.com, or if you're on YouTube, just leave it down below in the comments. Yeah, this is it for this episode, and I truly hope you enjoyed it. If you do, you are a star, okay? I'll see you next time for another episode of the Metamorphosis podcast, the podcast that unleashes your inner butterfly.